Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the IMBA information session for 2020. My name is Byron Clark. I'm a Canadian IMBA first-year student. I currently live here in Taiwan. I've been here for about 6 years, and I'm just starting my program this year. Very excited to meet everyone today, and also very excited to start in a new career path with the IMBA program. Really enjoyed myself so far. A bit tired today. I had a midterm last night, but it's very challenging and rewarding and having a lot of fun. We have a panel of celebrities here today in the IMBA program, people who've been around for a long time, people who've flown in just for this event, some former students who've been kind enough to come in and help us out with some information. I understand that a lot of you might not want to ask any questions during the session, but those who do, please feel free to ask any questions. We will have some people with a lot of experience that are able to answer a lot of the questions you have. Please note that afterwards we will also have refreshments, and we'll have some time for everyone to come and chat or ask questions. And if you're a little bit shy or you're a little bit nervous about asking questions in front of the whole group, then feel free to come to any of us afterwards and ask any questions. So we're going to get started right away. You don't really need to hear much from me. Let's get to the people who have all the information. So if I can please welcome Sherry Shang. She is the Associate Dean of the College of Commerce. She was a former IMBA director, and she's come in specially for this program today. So please welcome Sherry Shang.
Hello everyone. Welcome to National Chengchi University, the College of Commerce. The College of Commerce at NCCU is the best business schools, one of the best business schools in Asia. For 3 reasons. The first one is we are the only one and the first one that's being triple-crowned as the global academic accreditation. Because of this, we were members of AACSB and Equus. And then I assure you that we provide you the global standard curriculum, and then we provide you the best knowledge in business school. And secondly, we are very resourceful because we have 7 departments, 1 graduate institute, plus many cross-border programs, including artificial intelligence, including fintech, including business analytics, supply chain management. And then across all these departments and the programs that we do collaboratively, we develop knowledges in theory and in practical applications. So therefore, you get to explore in this College of Commerce to understand business management from various aspects. Number 3, that we are globally linked with more than 141, going to be 143 business schools, and they are all very good business schools around the world. And also we are a member of PIN, which means Partner Schools of International Management, which are all the best schools in their countries. That because of this tightly linked network, that I assure you that you get to enjoy the good benefits of study abroad and then doing all kinds of knowledge exchange. And because of these unique features, that I'm pretty confident to tell you that you are currently now in the best business schools in Taiwan and in Asia. And then I assure you, you're going to enjoy a lot once you get a chance to study in the IMBA program. Thank you, and have a good day today.
Thank you, Sherry. We're very honored to have her here today. Also honored to have our next guest. He is the current director of the IMBA program, also my accounting professor. He's such a nice person and really a great professor, and we're very happy and excited today to welcome Vincent Chen.
Thank you, Byron. Good morning, everyone. My name is Vincent. I just took the position from Professor Sherry this August. So this is my first time here, just like all of you, okay? So give me 20 minutes, I will give you a briefing about our IMBA program, okay? I hope you have a chance to walk around the campus. It's a very beautiful campus. And you can see many, Mercedes and BMW. It's not owned by Professor Shirley and me, it's owned by our EMBA and executive program students, okay? So as Professor Sherry just mentioned, our school is triple crowned, okay, by AACSB, ACRIS. AACSB is a US-based accreditation organization. ACRIS is a European accreditation organization, and we just joined the PIN. The PIN is stand for Partnership in International Management. So perhaps you don't know, how reputable this consortium is and how difficult to get in. So we just show you this, okay? This is a list of member schools. So the basic idea is each country only one school can get in, okay? So, but because for some countries they are much bigger than others, so they can have a couple. Like in Taiwan, only one school can get in, okay? So you can see we have NYU, okay, here, please scroll down. And UT Austin, okay. Indiana, Northwestern, KAIST, okay, and many others, okay, thank you. So, we are among one of the best schools in the world, okay. So this is the message I would like to convey to you. And why you want to pursue an MBA degree? So students come to school for their master's degree for many reasons, right? For networking, you want to learn, okay? And some want to get a pay raise, okay? And some want to switch their career, some want to take a break, okay? So for whatever reason. I think before you come here, I think you have put into a lot of thoughts in this. So I won't, talk anything about why you need to study an MBA, okay? But what I want to show you is why NCCU IMBA, okay? I think it's great. You are all very smart guys because you put NCCU IMBA program in your radar, okay? Before you want to pick a school to study, okay? So let's talk about NCCU IMBA versus MBA in US, in UK, in Europe, or in Asia. So what's the difference? Okay, so what I can tell you is we foster a learning environment in which you will feel as if you were to study overseas. This is very important because some of you may have some commitments to your family, to your work. So you may not want to stay away from your home. So in that case, you still can study in Taiwan without going abroad. You don't need to give up your job, okay? So you can save a lot of costs in monetary and non-monetary terms, okay? So I will also talk about what are the advantages in our program over others, okay? I won't criticize others, but each school, in different continentals, they have their own benefits and shortcomings for sure, okay? So I would say the best selling point of our program is we offer international experience in Taiwan. Okay. So there are 4 important aspects. The first one is student body, international faculty, student exchange, and dual degree. Okay. The first one is student composition. So if you go study overseas, well, what you can experience is students from, come from different parts of the world, and they have very different cultural backgrounds. So you get to mingle with the people from other places, right? So at NCCU, you will also enjoy such an environment. Okay, so basically your classmates and your colleagues, they are all from other parts of the world. At least half of them. Okay. So for the total enrollment in our program now is 155, and 82 from Taiwan, 73 from overseas. But this ratio is this is for the whole program. Okay, for each intake we got 60 or so. Okay, like in this year, we have about 60. For Taiwanese students, they are less than half. Okay, less than half. Okay. And why in the program we have 82? Because some students, because we offer the flexibility. So for some local students, they want to spend 3 years to graduate. So that's why we have more Taiwanese students than foreign students. Okay, so it's very good for you, right? So flexibility. And what we don't show here is for our international students, they come from about 30 different countries in the world. It's very balanced, okay? So like from Korea, Japan, Thailand, Central South America, and Europe, Russia. So the composition is very diversified, okay? So a few years back, there was one visiting professor from National University of Singapore. He came here and teach one semester for us. Actually, what he shared with me is our student profile is very diverse, much more diverse than Singapore. Okay, so this shows the strength of our program and the composition of our students. Okay, then the average age of our student is 30. The work experience is about 6 years. Okay, it doesn't mean if you are younger than 30, you cannot apply. Okay, you still can. Okay, and same for work experience. Okay, if you got only 2-3 years work experience, you still can apply. Okay. So these are some photos of our events. So you can see actually our students, local and international students, can really get along. So this is our leadership and team building camp. We organize this event before the semester begins. We do it in Ilan. Okay, so for the last few years, we do it in Ilan. And company visits. And we also encourage students to attend a competition, case competition. And this is one of the very famous case competition in the world. So our team, one of them is a Taiwanese students. Okay, they won the host prize in 2015. So they submitted a business proposal and they beat it, I think, like hundred thousands of teams in the world. And eventually they were awarded $1 million to start their own business. So they did start their companies, okay? So the headquarters is in US. They also have a branch in Taiwan, a subsidiary in fact, okay? So it's an honor, okay? And these are charity events, okay? Social events, okay? So it shows when you come here, there are many activities and events. So that will, give you a lot of opportunities to interact with people from overseas. Okay. And the second part is our faculty composition is very diversified. Well, we have 1/3 of faculty from overseas university, okay, and we have 1/3 with practical experience, and 1/3 from our NCCU business school. So I'm pretty sure if you go study overseas, most of your faculty, they come from their own school. Many of them, they have academic backgrounds, but they don't have practical experience. This is not what our IMBA program would like to offer. We want to integrate practice with academics, with theory, okay? So we want to make the curriculum more useful and more practical, okay? So that's the advantage we want to sell, okay? So you can see some of the professors, they are from very prestigious school, Purdue University, UCLA, and Cal State University, San Francisco States. So basically what they brought in is from their West training, their experience in the West, okay? So even you don't study in the US, you still, you are taught by professors from the United States. And we also have practice faculty, and all of them are company leading figures, okay, industry leading figures. Okay, so Professor Li Ruihua, he was a former vice president of human resources, at the Taiwan. And Professor Hu, Standard Poor China, he was the managing director. And Professor Zhang Dawei, Zhonghua Zhenxin Suo, chairman. Okay, and many of them actually found this and found the company here. You know they are well known, quite well known in the industry. Okay, so you can also take their courses. Okay, so if you go to US, you don't get such achievements. Okay, so I got my master in the US before, so I know how they work on their curriculum and how do they do faculty recruiting. Yeah, so you don't get many practical professors, okay, to teach you. And for our faculty from NCCU Business School, okay, I can tell you most of them are involved in IMBA teaching. IMBA is a cash cow of our business school. Their tuition is over $1 million. Okay, so we give them best faculty in business school. Although we don't pay $1 million, we still give you close to best faculty in the business school. Okay, and many of our faculty, they are teaching award-winning faculty. Okay, so they are pretty good. Okay, or they may help teaching positions in prestigious universities overseas. They have overseas experience. Okay, so there are some selected faculty members here. So Professor Sherry Song, and Professor Sherry Song, he teaches Leadership Forum and MIS. Okay, and we have Joseph Yu Zhongming 老师 he's a very famous in our EMBA program and in our 七家班. Okay, he's a leading figure in our teaching faculty. And Professor Yu is also, he was on the faculty of University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, a very good school. And Professor Kelly, she was the founding director of the program. Okay, she's also a teaching award-winning faculty. Professor Li Xiaohui, we just recruited her from University of Hong Kong. Okay. And I myself, I taught at National University of Singapore. Okay. And we all full-time faculty. We are now adjunct faculty at these schools. Okay. And Professor Wei Guo, okay, he's very good, okay, very popular by students. Okay, he won several teaching awards, and he also sometimes teach in schools in Singapore. Okay. And many of them, they are all very good. Okay. So like Howard John, we just engaged him to teach for us next semester. So he will be teaching prediction and decision analytics. Okay, so this is a very popular course and subject, okay, in the world nowadays. Okay. And I think in near future, actually we get in touch with one faculty we just recruited. So he has teaching experience at LSE, the top schools in UK. And he also taught at the National University Singapore and Waseda University before. Okay, so there is a possibility he will be teaching for us. Okay, so these are some photos. Okay. And the third advantage is our partner schools. So these are the partner schools with our NCCU. So actually there are more than 140 universities. Okay. So if you are interested, you can spend one semester or even 1 year overseas on exchange. Okay, so that can basically broaden your horizons. Okay, and spending one semester overseas, I think it's a valuable experience in your life. Okay, I think if you got the chance, I strongly encourage you to do it. And then, yeah, so she will be sharing her experience on exchange. Okay, and we also offer dual degree program. So the dual degree program, that means you pay tuition at NCCU, and you also can go overseas to one of these nice schools for 1 year. Then when you graduate, you can get 2 degrees. Okay, so it's a very good deal. Okay, a very good deal. And these 9 degrees, actually, they are all very well-known programs in the world. Okay, so I think all of them are all on a financial ranking list. It's very difficult for a school to sign a dual degree with other schools, because you can think about it, you must have some benefit. And your partner school must be reputable enough, otherwise they don't have incentive. Because their tuition is much more expensive than ours. Okay. So yeah, these are the photos. So in terms of our features, we will state it in 4 ways: curriculum design, alumni network, flexibility, and scholarship. Okay. The curriculum, we integrate the Oriental business insights with the Western insights. And we have 4 concentrations: entrepreneurship, finance, management in Asia, and marketing. Okay. So these are list of courses under the management in Asia concentration. Because the idea is now the economy is booming in Asia, so you must know, the business in Asia. Okay. Now there are many people, businessmen from West, they send their children to study in Asia, in China, Taiwan, and Singapore, Hong Kong. There are many. Okay, so you must know, what's the insights of the business in Asia. Okay, so this is the feature of our program. This is what you cannot get if you study in Europe or in US. Very difficult. Okay. Entrepreneurship. Okay. So here actually the venture capital is one of our famous courses. Okay. Also supply chain management. So for supply chain management, we have a partnership with Purdue University. Purdue University is very good at supply chain management. Finance. Okay. So we have several practical faculty. They are from the financial sector, so they have the first-hand experience to share how the business they really practice. Okay, it's not just from the textbook. Marketing. Okay, we also have several very good marketing professors, and these are the guest speakers from the leadership forum, okay, organized by Professor Sherry. Okay, so there are many company high flyers, okay, also from leading figures from public and private sectors, okay, like the president of Taiwan Cement, the European Chamber of Commerce Taiwan, and many others. Okay, and last year we we get one minister, right, to give a speech, right, a lecture. Yeah.
Minister of Innovation.
Minister of Innovation. Okay, Tang Feng. So the purpose of this course is to developing future leaders in a global society. And flexibility, okay, so as I just mentioned, so our program is a little bit special and difficult to run because we can accommodate part-time and full-time students at the same time. So if you go to US, you can only become a full-time student. You cannot become a part-time student, okay? Or unless you are willing to take a yearly MBA program, evening course, okay? Our structure is a little bit different, okay? So from Monday to Friday, we offer evening courses, and on weekends, sometimes we have classes in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon, okay? So any full-time or part-time students, welcome. Okay? And class size for each intake, we have about 60. Okay, so each class is about 12 to 60. Okay, for each class. Okay, and for alumni, the president of our alumni association is here, Selena Lee. Okay, so we have more than 700 plus alumni from over 60 countries in the world. Okay, and so you can see they are all over the world. Okay, so no matter where you would like to explore your business opportunity. Okay, basically you can look at your contacts. Okay. Then some of you may want to know more about the scholarship. For local students, we have IMBA scholarship. It's over $1 million. So if you are very outstanding, we'll give you a scholarship. Okay. And the amount, it depends on your qualification. But the total amount is over $1 million. Okay. So there's a possibility you come to study for free. That's a possibility. You can waive your tuitions. Okay. The scholar you got can waive all of your tuition. That's a possibility. Okay. But beyond that, we know many schools, they want to attract new students, outstanding students. So they will offer scholarship to new students, okay, the incoming students. But they stop the scholarship in the second year. But in the second year, we also give scholarship. Okay, if you still have outstanding performance, we still give you scholarship. Okay. And for international students, do we have any international students here? Oh no. Oh yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So we have different kinds of scholarship. ICDF, MOE, then is a Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and we also have the New Student Scholarship. Okay. So if you have any colleagues, friends from overseas, they want to get a master degree in Taiwan, you can also refer our program to them. Okay. They got several funding sources, okay, to fund their study at NCCU. Okay. And we have more than at least every intake, we have about 10 students receive ICDF scholarship. Okay. So ICDF is stand for International Collaboration Development Fund. Okay. So they will select very good foreign students to study here, okay, and they will support them because it's under a program of Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And I also know many of you that you want to ask this, what's the admission criteria? Okay. So basically you need to be a degree holder. Okay. Degree, that means you need to have an undergraduate degree. You need to have a good work experience at least 2 years. Okay. If you are just graduated from school, or you only got 1 year experience, you are still not eligible to apply. And you also need to show proof of your English proficiency. So you can provide your TOEFL or IELTS or TOEIC scores, okay? And good reference letters. And if you have GMAT, GRE scores, please also provide, okay? And if you have professional qualification, if you are a CPA, a certified public accountant, or if you are a lawyer, or if you are a medical doctor, you can also highlight this professional qualification in your application form. Okay. We do have CPA in our class. We also have lawyer. We also have medical doctor, right? Yes. Yeah. And skills, if you can speak 4 or 5 languages fluently, okay, you can also apply, okay? And if your programming is very good, okay, then please also apply, okay? Then for others, if you have ever clinched any award, or you have some special experience, okay, or if you have competing offer, you can also let us know. For example, if you got an offer from Wharton School or from Harvard Business School, okay, not up to that level also, okay. If you have other competing offer from reputable school, you can also let us know. Okay, that's your plus. You all work in the industry, right? So you will know when you are valuable to your employers, when they want to recruit you, or when you have competing offer, they want to retain you. Okay. For So the rest of the time, basically, you are not so valuable to them. Okay. And tuition and fees. Okay, our tuition is almost $370,000. This is because it requires 42 credit hours to graduation. Okay, and for each credit hour, the tuition is 8,008. Okay, so it adds up to almost $370,000. Year's fee you have to pay 80,000 and 40,000 for books. So it ends up about $500,000. Okay, but as I say, if you are very outstanding, you can get scholarship. So that will pretty much cover your tuition. Okay, sometimes it will go beyond. Okay, and some of you also ask, what would I benefit by studying at the IMBA program? Okay, so we just provide several examples of our students' case for your reference. Okay, so basically they have better career development. So career switcher. Okay, so we have Hank, an engineer, become a management. Okay, and Michelina, she's from Poland, Chinese interpreter. Okay, but now she's the head of foreign trade in the Polish Investment and Trade Agency in Taiwan. Okay, so she's the head, okay, of the foreign trade. Okay, so very successful career switcher. And we have a marketing specialist, become a development director. Okay, specialist become a management team. Okay, career enhancer from manager to general manager. Now he's the CTO of Zhongguo Xituo. And Helen, senior manager. Now she's the vice president at the American Express China. And someone to start their own business. Okay, this is what the government has been pushing for, right? Has been promoting. Okay. So a writer become a founder of a company. Okay, engineer also become a founder. Consultant become a general manager of a consulting company. Marketing brand consulting company. Okay, a business analyst become a founder. Okay, so I think in the interest of time, I better conclude. Okay, so actually we offer best faculty, best learning environment. Okay, so if you come here, you will study, in the class, in one of the classrooms on this floor. Okay, so you will study in an environment in a classroom like this. We will give you the best faculty, and we will give you the classmates we select, we screen. Okay, so make sure you can study in a very conducive environment. Okay, so we also want to identify good students. We also want to attract very good students. Okay, so what kind of students we want to see in their qualities? Okay, so basically willing to learn, to do better. These are basics. Okay, we want to select somebody who want to make a change, make a difference, and eventually who may change the world and contribute to the society. Okay, so these are the students we are looking for. Okay, so basically we are not only looking for students who want to, have a pay raise after graduation. Okay, so that's a very short-term thing. Okay, we think if this guy can do better, willing to learn, title and money will come naturally. Okay, it's not. I said my goal is to, get a bonus, get a pay raise, get a promotion. Okay, we look at the long term, not the very short term. Okay, all right. So without further ado, I will give time to our alumni. Okay, over to you, Byron. Thank you.
Thank you.